So, as I was saying, I love the Eve economy for the in an ideal massively multiplayer game. It would be easy to sell stuff, to chart prices. I mean, I love that kind of aspect of massively multiplayer games. Killing 10 mobs here and hanging out with your buddies and doing stuff, that
can get old.
Yeah, it gets old. Man, earning money, it never gets old. Well, fake money is the best.
I think its economy works pretty well. It's kind of mostly player, but then it's still got a little bit of the money sink. See, that's what Star Wars Galaxies missed a lot of. It was very player driven, but it didn't have very many money sinks.
So I just wanted to. I have a watcher, a fan named Brian, that has commented about D&D Online, and he was just saying that, if we had played it, and we hadn't. But I have heard great things about its grouping system. So maybe in a future episode, as some homework, we will all play D&D Online.
It's free now.
Yeah, it's free. So just to try it out. I've heard that it does grouping like nothing else before it. It actually works exclusively on groups. There's no solo content, and because of that. That was one of the problems with EverQuest, is about 2/3 of the content was grouped, but 1/3 of it wasn't. So you almost would go out of your way not to group with anybody, but you would do the same content over and over again. I thought it was poorly done, whereas WoW's content's the other way around. It's like the majority of it's solo, and it's very little of actual group content.
I only had kind of one more thing on that ideal MMO. You mentioned a war-themed, or like almost like a historical setting.
Right.
I thought... Wasn't it around the same time that like the samurai and stuff on one side of the earth were doing one thing, and then you had like cowboys and stuff on the other? I think
you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
So like,
yeah, that's right.
And I always thought it would be cool to have like a world MMO where like you have classes and stuff based on like gunslingers and samurai and
that would be pretty cool. I have to admit.
I thought that would be an awesome MMO, and you could like travel to the Far East or the Wild West or what, and
you can really get into racial stereotypes there too. That'd be really fun. You have a lot of.
It would only take you 2 months on a boat across the ocean.
All right. Well, it could be like you could incorporate some of the magic in those history time frames.
Yeah, you definitely have to go PC the whole thing.
Like it wouldn't be obviously it wouldn't have to be super accurate. It would just kind of be like movie style. Where, there's some mysticism to certain things, that kind of thing.
Jeff, do you have anything else to add?
No. I think the problem is that WoW is pretty close to ideal, although it's kind of getting watered down, but maybe with Cataclysm, it'll be great again. I don't know.
Well, you want to comment again on something you said. You said no, or permanent death. Death doesn't necessarily mean you have to be dead forever. Like, you have to continue to be dead, though. I mean, in D&D, there's always that... Seems like we always finagle a way to get someone resurrected if they actually die. So it's not like you couldn't still resurrect someone, maybe, but, like, you have to resurrect them. They don't just come back. Someone has to save them or something like that. Maybe there's just time limit. But that'd be one of those hardcore ones.
Right.
John?
Yes, sir.
You are so dumb, you think the Isle of Dread is next to the eggs in the haunted supermarket. And I got Jeff to laugh. That's the best joke here, I'm sorry.
That's great.
I have no clue as to what that's about. I know Isle of Dread.
So,
I'm a youngin'.
Just to let you know, Jeff, you are so annoying. When the Borg tried to assimilate you, they gave up when they couldn't find a socket that matched your screwed up interconnect.
It's interesting that you say that.
Well, hold it. If you were on Star Trek, even Ensign Wesley Crusher would want you kicked off the show.
Speaking of which, did you guys
the Klingon word for you, the Klingon word for your name actually sounds very pleasant. It's marigold. That's it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off a couple times.
Those are good Star Trek jokes.
We had to cover the Star Trek geek realm.
Did you see the this week's what's the show? Big Bang Theory with the young Ensley.
No, I heard about it though. But I just let you know, I was just leading you into that. I heard that you have something prepared for us tonight.
I do. I was fortunate enough to recover a piece of Borg poetry after you've heard that they recently assimilated the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy's Vogon race, right?
Oh, I did not.
Uh-oh.
I was not aware of that, actually.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Okay.
So let me recite it for you
Yeah,
in
let's
the
hear it.
original Borgian.
Why don't we try to recreate the Borg as they're actually going to listen to this?
I'm quite the expert on Borg mannerisms.
I've actually been assimilated a couple times.
It's not so bad.
Now remember,
No.
these are Borg assimilated Vogons.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't really have the Vogon thing down.
I can manage that, I think.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Please don't take your shirts off.
We're trying.
Well, okay. If you don't want
That actually
Please
came up.
note, this poetry recently assimilated. O fraddled gruntle bugly, thy metacuriations are to the Borg. As pluraled glabble chits on a lurgid bee, that mordiously hath bittled out its earthled jertles into a rancid festering of the Borg. Now jerpling slagid acrosocrus are slurping haggardly up the angsel crates, and liveling glooples fraught and sipplecate like jowling meated livers line. That will be assimilated. Group, we are the Borg. Implore thee, the Borg.
We are the
Borg.
Borg.
Turtle drums and hooptitulously drangle. The Borg.
We are
With
the
crinkly
Borg.
bingle wurgles. Or else the Borg shall rend thee into gobberworts with the Borg's brutal crugen. Or assimilate thee. See if the Borg don't.
We are the
Resistance
Borg.
was futile.
Resistance was futile. We are acting exactly like the Borg. This is the Borg.
Wow, that lived up to the Borgon part of it.
Yeah.
Vogon.
Vogon, whatever.
Vogon.
Oh my
Why
gosh.
are you on this video?
I don't really know.
I'm surprised you guys aren't screaming and hurtling yourselves out into
Well, we are
deep
the Borg.
space.
But we were the Borg.
He's
We
talking,
like-
about he's talking about the audience.
Good point.
Oh, yeah, the audience. Yeah. Well, they probably are.
Yes.
I thought it was quite good, actually.
Well, you're Borg.
I am.
We're an Earthling.
We are Borg. Okay.
Well, should we sign this one off, guys?
I think it's I think we're about done.
Well, it's been a blast. Anybody else want to say goodbye, good night for the last time?
Well, last time.
Oh, not last time. Maybe for
Oh.
tonight.
I thought
Hey, don't wait up for me.
we won't. Wait, what?
That's my sign off.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway, have a good night, everybody.
Catch us next time on.
Flanking position. No, it's still the
Resistance.
So what is your deal with flanking position? Should we not use flanking position?
You don't think it doesn't? It sounds like a deep board.
But now everybody's gonna think it is. Well, why would that sound like gay porn? It just has the word position in it.
Flanking.
Flank
Flank.
refers to
Because it has
rear.
a word F in it, so it sounds like flank. Flank you.
No, flank. Like the flank.
Yes.
The rear.
Okay.
A flank. But now that, maybe we're out there now. Thousands of viewers have watched us. They know us as flanking position.
How could we alienate those